The following is a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is Black Hollywood Live, Geek.Nerd.Tech, featuring a weekly roundup of tech news and gossip. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host of Black Hollywood Live, Geek.Nerd.Tech.
Welcome to Geek.Nerd.Tech. Oh, we didn't pick a song.
We didn't pick a song this time.
Yeah.
I just realized that.
I know. Did I bring that in here?
I don't know.
Where it came from. All right. Welcome to Geek.Nerd.Tech, the show we break down.
Oh, no, you don't remember it?
No, I got it. The show we break down.
Put on the spot.
I'm totally kidding. No, what a Geek.Nerd.Tech show we break down nerd culture and tech news from a black and brown geek perspective.
Yeah, get it, Joe.
I'm Joe Braswell. I'm joined, as always, by the lovely Alexis Torres.
Hey.
Hi, Alexis. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? Especially since somebody's going to be turning 30 tomorrow.
Yeah, the big 3-0. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, 30. And we're not joined by my man Achilles Shine.
He's busy getting it.
Busy. He's had a baby. He's got a 15-day-old baby.
Yeah.
He's got like
should be spending time with the baby
and stuff. So he's doing that. We are joined by our good friend Julia Carey, our good friend, my good friend.
Fiery redhead over there on my curl.
Here I am.
She's just sitting in. She's
Just
not like,
sitting in,
hanging out.
I'm here to learn a little something.
not necessarily a techie.
Oh, that's an understatement.
Definitely a
of the
nerd.
century.
Definitely a nerd and a geek, though.
Heck yeah.
I do have that in me, but techie, teach me something, guys.
All right, let's teach something.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we have a lot to talk about, so I'm going to go through some of these. A lot of news. We didn't really get a chance to break down any CES news, so we're going to get into a little CES news and the things that came out of CES involving, trends and streaming and whatnot. But I do want to say that there's breaking news about Netflix, because Netflix is the thing with Netflix has been driving other programmers crazy is that they don't adhere to traditional ratings data. They don't have to, they don't care, they don't disclose it.
Yeah.
So Netflix does a lot of like boasting, like we have the hottest shows, we have the craziest engagement, people love us, our shows kick ass, and other executives are like, well, where are the numbers? Like, we don't have to give you the numbers, we're Netflix.
We just know because we're Netflix.
And they're right, because they're subscription based. People pay for them. They don't give a crap about
I don't think
ratings.
they're ever going to like really need the numbers from Netflix, because everybody just knows.
I'll tell you what the numbers are. The $7.99 or $9.99. How much does Netflix cost? I don't know.
For just streaming, I think, and then to have it like as many people to like share, because you can use different devices. Mine is $11.99.
Okay, I have it too. I don't know how much it costs. $11.99 a month. That's all you need to know about Netflix. It's $11.99 a month, and it has millions and millions and millions, 100 million users.
Yeah, everybody I know. Since you're still cable cutting, right?
That cable's cut, girl.
Yeah,
it's
that's
cut.
It? No more.
That cable's cut.
Oh, snap!
Speaking of which, let me jump to that, because we're gonna do that.
Do it.
So I cut the cable. I want to
know. I want to know how you did.
Late in life, I'm not a millennial. I'm not a cord never. I'm a cord cutter.
Yeah.
Julie, do you know what a cord never is?
No, please teach me something.
Do you know what a cord cutter is?
In like no, probably not. Probably not. Odds are I
Well,
don't.
you come to the right place.
Is this when you get rid of your cable?
Yes.
I have not done that yet.
Okay, so cord cutting is a new phenomenon that's happening around everywhere because of the proliferation of all these streaming services. And what's happening is you're able to get most all the things you need to get on television, including nowadays some live stuff, through multiple streaming services. So the big challenge has been in 2015, can you through multiple services, duplicate what you get through cable and at a cheaper price? Because cable's cable. Cable makes you pay for a bunch of shit you don't want to pay for. They make you pay for ESPN. You may not want ESPN. You pay for it. ESPN, they get your $7.99 a month from you, sometimes more. You may not want to get a lot of stuff. So a lot of people are cutting cords. Now, the cord nevers, which is Alexis's generation and below, some people
I can't afford it.
they like my daughter Deandra. She's never had cable. She's like cable. Why would I do that? I got Netflix. I got Hulu. I got everything else. They're called cord nevers, and that's kind of the new. And this terrifies the Comcast and the Time Warners of the world.
Sure, of course.
Quaking in their boots over the cord nevers. So I'm with them. So I'm cutting cords. And the last thing I'll say this is why this is an issue is because what the way the Time Warners and Comcast of the world are compensating is they control the bandwidth. They control
it's the internet.
They control the internet. So that's why they were trying to be like, oh, we're going to control what speed you get. If you have Netflix, you got to pay double. If you don't have, that's what they're trying to do. But then of course, government came in and stopped that. So that was
because it's like that's not fair.
Yeah,
especially since most of the kids or people of my age are like, well, there's a reason why we can't afford cable and an internet package is because we can't do both. So we need
government
to do one.
regulations to me are good.
Yeah,
they don't have government.
So they're kind of
regulations.
holding you hostage
a little bit.
They
Yeah,
tried to.
Yeah, because I know people like that are a little bit older than me, like right about to hit 30, and they're spending just hundreds of money, like hundreds of dollars on internet alone because they do so much. There's streaming through game consoles, so like PS4 and stuff, because now they're having Netflix, HBO Now, stuff like that. So you don't even need a cable box, you just need something. So either a computer or a game console. And then with Xbox One, if you do have cable, then you can control, saying like Xbox, put on Comedy Central and it'll show up on your TV screen.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that. So it's just that generation or our generation is doing that in a different way instead of getting a cable box. But cable.
So to that point, that's what I've done.
Yeah.
I have Xbox One. I have Apple TV.
Yeah.
I have Xbox One. So what I've done is through Xbox One, I get obviously Netflix, I get Hulu, and I get Sling TV.
Yeah.
And I get Amazon.
Yeah. And then with the PS4, I have HBO, Netflix, Hulu, Crunchyroll, which is a Japanese anime serving site, and a bunch of other stuff as well.
So the cost for me in my cord cutting, so my Xbox, my Hulu costs with no commercials costs $11.99 a month.
Yeah, I still have the commercials, so mine's $9.99.
Virtually every TV show from Fox and NBC and others. And all Hulu has offers, including movies. Netflix, Netflix. All the shows that Netflix offers, which is not everything, but a lot. Plus their original programming, plus their movies and the streaming. I get so Netflix and Hulu are great. I have Sling TV now, right? Which Sling TV costs $15 a month.
But that's like everything a little bit, right?
Almost. You get ESPN, you get AMC, you get TNT, you get TBS, you get CNN. Yeah. You get a lot of the big, you get E. Yeah. So you get a lot of the big ones, a lot of the cool ones. Pretty much almost everything that you kind of want. History Channel, $15 a month. So that gives me live stuff. So I'm watching live ESPN. I'm watching live stuff. And then, so my only problem I'm missing out on is my live CBS, my live NBC, and my live ABC. Yeah, that's my live Fox.
That's why my mom won't cord cut at all, because she wants her live television. She wants to watch American Idol when it's happening.
But through my wonderful Hulu, I can watch American Idol the next day. Watch The Voice the next day. Yeah. But Hulu, through my wonderful Verizon app, I get all my football games, like live streaming on all my football games. Through MLB, you can get all your baseball games. Through in NBA, you can get all your basketball games. Yeah. So you can get all your sports if you want them. Yep. The Golf Channel, Tennis Channel. But my point is, I've done all this, and I was paying about $100 and I don't know, with internet and everything else, like almost $150 a month in cable for AT&T. Yep. And now I've chopped it all down, and I'm down to about $79
for all of that stuff. And with us,
it takes a little getting used to, because you got like, oh, do I go here? Where do I find?
Yeah, it's a little harder. You have to actually look it up. But for us, because our generation, if we're only making like minimum wage, which is now $10 an hour, a lot of people can't afford having more than one subscription. So usually what you end up doing is you exchange username and passwords with really close friends, and then that's you pay for Netflix, and then my friend pays for Hulu, and then we'll use each other's stuff. So instead of having to spend $70 to $80, I only have to pay $15. She only has to pay $15, and then we just use each other's stuff.
Yeah, that's what the kids do.
Yeah,
that's what
these kids these days.
That's what my daughter does. They have roommates, and they all like pay they get between their parents' codes, and whatever else, they are paying like nothing. They get everything. You know?
Fascinating.
So that's kind of where it's going. But this is why Apple TV, the new interface on Apple TV, which is where the future, which is what Apple says the future TV is, which I now agree, because now that I've got all these apps and I'm doing all stuff through Xbox, I do want one clean interface. What Apple TV does is they're saying channels are gone, channel surfing is gone, everything's an app. When you turn Apple TV, it's like ABC. They're all presenting as apps. And you just click on ABC and all the ABC stuff comes up. You click on ESPN, all the ESPN options come up. And so Netflix, all the Netflix option comes up. And that's kind of the future of television, as opposed to the old fashioned just clicking through, or what we do now, which is the new way to do things, which is like you don't know where anything is. Yeah. So my generation, Gen Xers and maybe Generation Y as well, you know where anything is, you just DVR everything.
Yeah.
And then you DVR, then you come home and you just watch the DVR. Like, that's what the cable companies want you to do, but what's the difference, you know? So that's that. Do you think you'd be sophisticated enough to do some cord cutting, or are you still just like,
Well, I
give me the
never really
clicker?
thought about it before, but you guys have kind of convinced me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it does sound very like a lot of things, a lot of moving pieces.
It's not as moving as you put it. It's going to be either all on your Apple TV or all on your Xbox or PlayStation.
Or something of
That's
that
it.
nature.
Or Google Play or Roku. You pick one device and it has everything.
I want Apple TV. Everyone loves Apple TV.
Apple TV is where it's at.
Apple TV.
I have Apple TV and Xbox. I don't need both.
But it's kind of nice to have both sometimes.
Yeah, I find myself actually more and more using the Xbox than the Apple TV, but Apple TV is where it's at. So
Yeah.
I agree. If you don't have an Xbox, then Apple TV.
Yeah,
100%.
I think it would be a good idea. Yeah.
All right,
Anyway.
guys, I'll think about it.
Why digress?
See, look, I am learning things
You
here.
are learning
Yes.
things. So what
excited.
the story is about, which we never even got into the story, is that
Well, I wanted
Netflix
to know about that.
but broadcasters have people are like obsessing over what Netflix numbers are. So other networks are coming up with these different algorithms to sort of figure out what they are. And if this company, what's the company called? Symphony Advanced Media is a new tracking service. They figured out what the shows are watching, and they're pretty good numbers. I mean, they figured out that Jessica Jones is getting about 4.8 million viewers.
Yeah, because it's the newest Marvel thing that just came out.
You know, How to Get Away with which is comparable to How to Get Away with Murder in Modern Family. That's good numbers.
Yeah.
Master and None drew 3.9 million viewers, and
Wow.
and Narcos 3.2 million. But those are good numbers, actually.
Yeah, especially
You know,
for Netflix original series and
yeah.
stuff like that. That's pretty great.
And then Amazon's Man in the High Castle said it was their most watched show
I
ever.
heard it's really good. I
it's
haven't
great.
watched it yet.
It's great.
Yeah.
Amazon's got some good shows, by the way.
No, I know. I haven't had time to sit there and actually like sit down and watch that.
With the exception
So.
of Mozart in the Jungle, which I don't think is very good, which won 2 Golden Globes. but
I've noticed that it's been kind of half and half as of late.
Mozart in the Jungle.
What?
Ugh.
It sounds interesting. I haven't committed to it
Ready
yet.
for the backbiting politics of the symphony.
Oh, then no. Then never mind. I don't want it.
Then you can watch that hilarious show. Anyway, I'm sorry.
He
Man in the High
gets
Castle.
really sassy.
Man in
for
the
some
High
odd
Castle
reason.
is 2.1 million viewers. So that's like
that's
the same
great.
as Blue Bloods on CBS.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I like about this is it's funny. These other companies, networks, like, we're going to expose your Netflix. Your numbers aren't so good, and then like, oh wait, their numbers are good.
I don't understand why they
It's
thought
like,
that
duh.
it wasn't going to be good.
Yeah.
Everybody uses Netflix.
Yeah, it's good. All right, so moving on. NBC expects another $1 billion Olympics in terms of ad sales.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I don't really care. I don't really care
I
either.
really don't.
We can move on. But it's ahead of it just talks about all the different revenue streams to make
Mm-hmm.
money. Why it pertains to us is we're not just talking about ad dollars in television. We're talking about everything. We're talking about the social dollars, the social media, everything around, like, you know, Snapchat's huge now. All these
I
things
know.
are
When
just,
anytime like a major event comes up, Snapchat just blows up.
Snapchat
everything.
is blowing the F up in terms of just mainstream
Yeah.
programming on my Snapchat all the time.
I mean, I don't even see people periscoping as much anymore.
I know Periscope's kind of dead, isn't
a little
it?
bit, just a tiny bit.
Like, I feel like Periscope had a real hot, like, this Periscope was it. And then in terms of like engagement and what people are doing and then
Yeah.
what ads and what sort of mainstream media is gravitating toward, it's Snapchat.
Yeah, well,
Snapchat's
because I
dope.
feel like people aren't really, their attention span is not going to sit there and actually like watch someone eating a salad and
Right.
be like, "What do you think of this salad, guys?" Like, they're not going to do that.
There's-
They'd rather do like a quick 6-second video and then move on.
I think the promise of Periscope was good. The idea of live streaming right there in the moment. The promise of that was good. The power of that, especially if you're like a Kim Kardashian and you can have
Yeah, that makes
47 million
sense.
people like watching you live,
Yeah.
control your thing. But Snapchat is also the same thing.
Yeah.
And so it's where it's at. Hey, watch this. Hey, what's your Snapchat handle, Julia?
I don't have Snapchat.
Oh!
What? No, I'm just kidding. I would never judge anybody
No,
who doesn't have an app. Really not that important.
You're beat red.
Damn it! I knew you were gonna ask me that too.
Why you have to throw her under the bus? I didn't think that was going to happen.
No,
I was waiting for
I'm
a
kidding.
snarky remark or something. I thought
I
it was
warned
a
you
story.
guys. I warned you.
No, so yeah,
You're not,
Not techie.
you're not missing
the
out.
Olympics
That's fine.
make a lot of money, so that's the Olympics. They're gonna
Yeah.
make more money.
Eh.
They're on pace more than they were for London, and it's gonna be big
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Rio, and that's just because there's more media and there's more people to sell to. Good for NBC. But I want to talk about some of these new trends that are emerging from CES and others.
Yes, please tell me the CES news.
Well, this isn't necessarily a CES thing. This is just sort of like it's a quick snapshot of digital trends that are happening in 2015 that are coming for 2016, which you may or may not want to know about.
Yes, tell me.
Netflix is still Netflix. Obviously, Netflix had people watched 12 billion hours of programming in the fourth quarter alone in 2015.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm like, okay, this makes sense because I know people who sit there and just, they're constantly like, Making a Murderer is the newest trend right now for Netflix. It's pretty much about a case where this guy was framed for murder.
It's like
and this
Serial.
whole crazy thing. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like Serial.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly like Serial, and it's really great, and I really love it. But I also know people who just kind of like throw up a show that and they're working as well. So it's just playing in the background.
I'm sorry. Like these numbers always blow me. Every time me and Keely go through these numbers, especially for Facebook, Facebook numbers always just blow me away.
People use Facebook a lot. I think it's really funny that people don't realize
the Facebook
that.
numbers
Use it for
are
everything.
Insane. But the Netflix numbers, 12 billion hours of programming in the fourth quarter alone.
Yeah.
And in 2014, it was 8.5 billion. So people are watching Netflix. Okay, there's that. Here's the other hot trend. Here's something you need to know too, Julia.
Straight up, it's just for you, Julia.
Snapchat.
I'm ready.
Snapchat video views are up more than 7. I'm sorry, people view Snapchat videos 7 billion times a day.
Yeah. A day.
7 billion times a day. That is.
I think it's just because Snapchat does those stories, those
incredible.
different types of stories, and now those companies like Food Network, IGN, and even ESPN throws up stuff now.
Snapchat is 2 years old, under 2 years old.
I think it's crazy.
They go from 0 to 7 billion views a day, and just think in the fall, let's talk about a quarter ago, it was 6 billion.
I know.
So in one quarter, they've jumped 1 billion views in a quarter. Snapchat. Get on Snapchat.
No, don't do it. But anyway. I think that they're just the past 2 years. I think that a lot of these apps have really just worked through some really great upgrades because the fact that Snapchat was solely just to, at one point it was, you can do 6 seconds of what I'm doing right now, but then it became like a dating thing where like you send like nudes and stuff like that to people. But now Snapchat has taken like news, like breaking news stuff, like when we had that LAUSD thing where the kids they couldn't go to school. Snapchat was updating people with that. They had little stuff on the bottom of their videos saying like, schools are shut down. They're going to be shut down for the rest of the day. We'll keep you updated with this. And then like next time when they caught the shooter or something like that, and it updates you throughout the whole time, and it's every 24 hours. It's crazy, and they know what they're doing.
They do. By comparison, and this is actually a really good stat, but after that stat, it's kind of like whatever. Periscope, not quite dead. Since March, they've reached 100 million live broadcasts. Now, that's a lot of live broadcasts, but when you talk about 7 billion to 100 million live broadcasts on Periscope, I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at, but
but still,
Snapchat's clearly winning.
Yeah.
Remember what it was?
We had that weird
Periscope was like, it's the Snapchat killer. Snapchat's dead. Periscope's gonna kill Snapchat.
And I didn't think it was going to either. I mean, I was having my friend getting a haircut, and the hairdresser was Snapchatting people's like haircuts and stuff, and I was just like, this is crazy.
I spend way too much time on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Way too much
It's like,
time on
how
Snapchat.
like before when people used to wake up and they used to like read a newspaper and stuff and see what was going on, people are doing that. I'm like, I'm gonna check my Facebook and my Snapchat, see what everybody's up to. See, I already have Snapchat stuff coming into my phone.
Boy, Snap.
I'm not even like looking at it.
And that's how I know. That's how I knew you were in Philly. That's stalking you on Snapchat.
I was Snapchatting.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
I'm like, how was Philly?
And it was great.
How was the Rocky Steps? What happened?
So, if you guys don't know this, Joe likes to stalk me on all of my social media. Anytime I do anything, I put something on Instagram or on Snapchat, Joe's like, hey girl, what you doing?
I remember on Periscope one time, you had to do the Periscope chat, and I'm like, hey, Alexis.
Yeah, and I was like,
pretty cool. Jump in the pool. Yeah.
It was like 4th of July or something, and I was like, all right.
I'm always
He's a
bored.
creeper.
Yeah.
I love you.
Unlike that guy, although I haven't asked you any dates yet, like your boy from Facebook.
Oh my God.
That
was so ridiculous.
I'll tell you the story off air, but it's really, we talked about it last week, but it's an interesting story.
Lord of mercy.
All right. So, last thing. So Uber has crazy growth. Uber, wow.
Is Lyft just like left in dead water now?
No,
or is it doing okay?
Lyft's still growing and doing fine. There's plenty of market share for both of them.
Okay.
But Uber's net revenue went from 495 million in 2014 to 1.5 billion.
Whoa.
Holy crap.
That's so
What?
they've tripled.
Is it because they opened up doing LAX runs now or airport runs now?
Uber's international, so they're in London, they're in
okay,
everywhere.
well, that's
so
right. I forgot about that.
Uber's big thing now is they're trying to crack China, which I don't know if they can.
I don't know if they can do
If
that.
they can,
I mean, if
who
they
knows?
do, good luck.
They
You
continue
know.
to grow. And then Beware of Flying Robots. 180,000 people have registered for drones already.
That's what
So
is it
that's
stalking
right
when you're
now.
telling everybody your location? No, you're right.
Yeah.
It's true.
That creeps me out a little
those
bit.
geotags, man. Oh, the drones thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan of them.
What do regular people need that for?
That's a good point.
I
Lisa.
didn't, yeah. No, I'll take that. No, she was saying that she's like, is it really stalking if you're telling your location? Because everybody in Facebook like checks in.
That's
and then
true.
On Snapchat they have little geotags. I mean, it is dangerous to do that. I just tend to forget.
That's fine.
But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the people buying drones and stuff. I think it's a little strange.
Right.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
always talk about the apocalypse all the time, like Terminator stuff, or like 2001: Space Odyssey, where like
So at
just
CES,
stuff.
that's one of the things that so let's get some CES stuff. The one of the things at CES too were the drones. I mean, obviously there's the CES. The things that
I don't
emerged from
see what the big
CES.
deal is.
Well, I do because I saw something, some clips from CES where I was like, oh, so these drones now, the biggest thing with the drones now is their sensory recognition. In other words, they have these sensors on the drones that they won't run into anything, so they can adapt. So these drones that fly at like, let's say like at chest level for all of us, if they were in a crowded space, if they were in Times Square. Like,
they could just learn how to like maneuver
they
around
won't.
people
They don't run
and
anything.
buildings.
Yeah, they just run. Whoa! There's a person. Oh, there's a person there. There's a person there. They can weave through people at ground level. Now, obviously, they can fly above that, and you don't want a drone there because people can hit them. But it's the demo they showed was they had a mountain biker sort of like going through this rough terrain, like trees falling, and he's jumping stuff, and the drone was trailing him, and the drone was tagged to the mountain biker, obviously. So he's following the mountain biker everywhere he goes, but it also has sensors. So
That's so crazy.
its job is to follow the mountain biker, but the trees and everything else. So he's just like vroom, vroom, vroom. It was like very much like indoor,
Yeah.
like the speeder bike scene in Return of the Jedi.
I'm not a fan of that.
It's cool, and I'm like, wow, that drone's never gonna get hit. And then they have another thing where a bunch of guys were, hanging out, like 10 or 12 guys, and the drone's just kind of bouncing between them and not touching them. And I'm like, yeah, the drones can do anything.
Yeah, no,
I love
that
drones.
makes it worse for me.
You love drones?
I love drones.
He does.
I'm
He's
in the-
really excited.
What do you think
about
about
it.
drones?
I don't really see the point of them.
Oh. Well, tell that to Jeff Bezos when you order something from Amazon and that drone is delivering a package to your front door.
Yeah, but why do I need a drone?
Oh, wait, you don't need a drone. But do you care?
Why do you need a drone?
Yeah.
Do you care that drone?
I agree, Marissa.
Why do I not need a drone? What are you talking about?
That's just Joe's new toy on that one.
I need a drone. I don't think the drones are for consumers. The idea is that drones are going to be a part of our lives. Drones are going to be like
iRobot status.
they're going to be like police for law enforcement,
I don't like it.
for delivering packages,
that's a lot.
for video. I need a drone
no.
to shoot stuff and video stuff. Yeah.
See, that's
I can see it
fine.
for that.
You're not necessary,
But I
Marissa.
would rather have someone control the drone if they're going to be filming something, and then just the fact that it's just free
kidding.
roaming is just freaking me out.
Yeah, well,
I don't like that.
I don't like the fact that it can just loom over my head at any time and know what I'm doing and report back to someone.
And I think it's really cool that it can maneuver through stuff, but let's just say I'm gonna spitball here that if, let's say, drones are attacking, they're gonna maneuver if you start throwing crap at them and
Hey, man.
stuff. I can't do it.
The drones are going to take over.
Uh-oh.
I actually have a retort to your delivering packages.
Uh-oh.
You know, a lot of planes and whatnot, they're also dependent on the weather. So if you have drones out there and say that a lightning strikes it down, and then it's
And there
really
goes your
not
package.
reliable. So
Well.
yeah, there you go. So
Never
I
Thank you, Marissa.
I don't see
You're a
that that's
buzzkill.
necessary for business-related things.
All right, that's a good point.
I'm just scared they're gonna drop my package.
Yeah.
And then what if I bought like some really nice like dishes for like my mom or something, and like for Mother's
Yeah.
Day, and
Well,
it just falls out of the sky.
It's
hit
at the
somebody.
point where drones aren't necessary. I mean, they're cool. Yeah, they're a cool, fun gadget right now, but they're not necessary for everyday use as
Yep.
of right now.
I agree.
Drones are cool. All right.
That's his only argument. Drones are cool.
Other stuff from CES, obviously virtual reality. We talked about last week. $5.99 Oculus Rift goggles are coming out. We know about that. I mean,
cool.
Julie doesn't, but
I
Oculus
don't.
Rift is new virtual reality that Facebook bought, and we're going to be
You can do 360
doing 360
turns
everything and
stuff. Yeah.
consuming our media that way, consuming
Oh,
our everything
God.
that way.
Yeah, like people
That's-
want to see movies like that.
Yeah,
God.
that technology is here, but the sort of the actual the actual use of that, probably we're a long way away from it.
Yeah, I agree.
Ultra HD, ultra dynamic range. I mean, we're already at 4K TVs. These are the Ultra HD. These TVs
So this is
are
after 4K?
Yeah, and
Okay.
they're, I mean, like, it's the same thing as when 4K came out 2 years ago, or all the 4K demos we saw 2-3 years ago, where it's like amazing, but there's no programming to match it. So you're sitting there looking at these, like you're looking out the window, but they're all demos because there's no real programming. It's the same thing. This is like you're literally looking out the window, and I get it, but there's no. We're still 3 years away from programming to match it. So what's the point?
Yeah,
but technology's here.
Yeah.
Self-driving cars. Everyone's doing a self-driving car. I'm not sure what that will mean or won't mean, but everyone's doing a self-driving car. And then streaming TV.
Which I feel like this was going to happen sooner or later.
All our TVs will be equipped with all the, that's the new version of that, which we will see. I'm certain we will see the actual real Apple TV. Yeah. With all the actual integrations.
Yeah. So, instead of getting like an actual box, you would get a full TV. That's kind of awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Speaking of Apple, big controversy. Apple. I mean, well, there's a theory and there's a rumor.
Yeah, I heard about
the iPhone 7 will not have a 3.5 headphone jack.
Yeah, you have to get like specific headphones, right, for this new phone.
Well, either that or it's going to be it's going to go all Bluetooth, all wireless. Which I have some Bluetooth wireless headphones now.
Yeah,
they're not as dynamic. They're missing. They're missing none of my headphones, but they're missing the lows for sure. No bass, and I like bass.
Yeah.
But
I think that's really cool that they're deciding to do something a little bit new and step up their game. But I also feel bad because that means you would have to buy Bluetooth headphones that maybe some people won't be able to afford.
Well, they'll come with it.
Or they come with it?
How do you think of your wireless headphones?
I have wireless Beats. And I think they're great.
I really like them.
I really love them.
Maybe some cheap ones. I got mine from Costco.
Yeah, no, I also got my Beats from Costco, and I love them. Okay. I love flying.
I don't have Beats. I got some.
Some like other ones. Oh, okay.
Off-brand wireless ones, but that's why mine maybe don't work that well. But you guys are cool with the Beats.
I really like them.
They serve me well.
Bass and everything sounds good.
I think it's great.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, I need to check that out. The people are not happy about this. It's so funny. Like this. First of all, this is a rumor because Apple never announces anything.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's a thing. But people have already 200,000 people have already signed a petition asking Apple to not do that.
Okay, I think people are being a little dramatic on that one.
People want their 3.5 millimeter head. They want it. Like we're going to throw all these headphones, and people don't want new stuff. No one wants anything new.
Yeah.
Right, Julia?
Hey.
Whoa.
I have wireless headphones.
That's right. I know. Mine suck. All right. But also rumors they're rumored to get rid of the home button as well. It looks awful like your Galaxy Zap.
Yeah, how it doesn't. I mean, I still have a button here at the bottom, but yeah, I mean, I know the Sony phone. It doesn't have a button. You have to double tap the home screen. Yeah. For the Sony. I can't remember, it's like Xperia or something like that, where you have to double tap and then the home screen will come up.
So we'll see. And then the reason why is because they're doing a super micro thin version. People are like, we don't want a thin phone, we just want a headphone jack. So the headphone jack is the last reason, by the way, why the phone has to be so thick. That's the last. When they're trying to figure out design, they're like, well, why is this headphone jack? It's this headphone jack. It's ruining everything. So get rid of it.
I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, I like putting, because I like having my headphones because I can use it for other things. I can use it on my laptop and stuff. So, if I only have just the wireless headphones, that would kind of, I mean, for that product, I think it'd be kind of weird, but I don't see that you have to sit there and start rioting over it. You know what I mean?
Some of the quick hits, and we'll get into the pop culture stuff.
Yeah.
Obama administration is investing $7 billion in self-driving cars. Self-driving cars are coming. They're here. We've heard Google. We've heard about Google. We've heard about Facebook. We've heard about all these folks. Amazon. Everyone's investing in self-driving cars. They're coming. They're the future. And now,
isn't Tesla trying to do that too?
Everyone's doing the self-driving cars. So we'll see. The future is and will be here.
Would you buy a self-driving car?
Heck no.
Julia?
I don't know about that.
I don't feel comfortable. I'd rather be able to control the wheel.
Even it's good if you've had a few cocktails.
Marissa says they're butt ugly. I kind of agree.
Yeah, they are butt ugly.
Are they ugly? I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah. Well, they look like. Well, there's a couple of them.
There's a couple. There's a little tiny one up there.
Yeah, they look like little bubbles, and they have the big sensor.
They do look like little bubbles.
They look like little Pope mobiles.
They're like. Well, that's like Johnny Cab from.
They do look like little Pope mobiles. I didn't even think about that.
Remember Johnny? I think it's Johnny Cab from the original. the original Total Recall.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
same thing with iRobot, but his was an Audi, I think.
Yeah.
But it was like a really sleek Audi, and I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, maybe it'll solve all our traffic problems here in LA.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, it could if it has that drone technology where you
That's
can
what I was
avoid
just thinking,
stuff.
that damn drone technology.
But at the same time, I feel like even though sure we will get into less accidents in that way, I also feel like if everybody has one, eventually there's going to be some sort of, what if it malfunctions and then just starts rolling off the freaking
Drives you off the
highway?
road.
Yeah, or something. I don't know. I'm weird. I speculate with that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, that's a little terrifying. That's a lot of a commitment.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with it just yet. I probably need to see more tests and stuff like that.
Speaking of tests, this is fascinating to me. So SpaceX, this is Elon Musk and all those guys.
Yeah, I didn't get to. I don't know much about this.
So they've been trying to. They're building spaceships and they're building stuff, and so
Yeah,
the
I
thing
knew
they've been
about
working
that.
on now is the Falcon 9. They've been trying to land it. So they launch it like a normal ship, but it lands like vertical. And lands. So they've been trying to land this thing in the ocean on a drone ship that I got this sort of like aircraft carrier thing called a drone ship. And online they have all these attempts, and they're scary and kind of hilarious. So like this rocket is trying to like big giant rocket trying to land and like crashes. One time it landed and then like it fell over and blew up the whole thing. And you're like, first of all, I like these.
So strange.
God bless these guys because this is not cheap.
I was gonna say, I'm like, they have to rebuild another rocket.
They're
and try to do
spending
that.
a lot of their own money. This is
Jeez.
billionaires, spending their own money to make this stuff happen. But sure enough, they finally landed one, and it was great. It was
congratulations.
cool, and it landed, and it's like, yeah. But after seeing the failed attempts, doesn't give me a lot of confidence to want to like. I'm not going to be on that rocket like. Having the pilot land that bad boy, and you're wobbling into the thing.
No thanks.
But it looks very cool. It's very much like it's exactly what you would see in any sci-fi movie, like the Millennium Falcon, goes off and then it lands, or the rocket ship. See a vertical rocket ship land like that.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's one thing to see something like a plane land, but this weird vertical rocket ship land, it's kind of cool. I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
So yeah, we'll see how.
Well, good for them. I'm glad
Good for
they
them.
made progress.
I mean,
Good.
and then that is the idea is they'll be able to do that on the moon or on somewhere else.
Yeah.
People can get out and get back in and fly away, like in the old 50s. 50s, and then the rocket ship lands.
Oh
and the
man,
thing
what's
comes
that
out.
movie? I want to rewatch that. It's with Jake Gyllenhaal, Brain.
Which one?
October Sky.
Thank you, Marissa. I love that movie so
I
much.
just watched that 2 days ago.
It was so
Oh.
good.
Again.
That's like one of my favorite movies.
Such
And
good.
did you know the person who wrote the book on that? He actually writes sci-fi books.
Oh no.
Yeah, he has like a whole series about just different sci-fi books that he wrote. He's been writing for about like a few years now.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All I know is that Homer Hickam is actually a NASA
Yeah,
engineer.
Yeah,
so
apparently
there
now
you
he's just writing a bunch of sci-fi space books besides that one, besides
Well, good
October
for him.
Sky. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to get off topic. It's
It's
just,
all right.
they're awesome.
That's super nerdy.
Well, thank you.
Well, let's switch gears and some pop culture stuff before we get out of
Oscar
here.
nominations.
Oscar nominations are out.
I can't read all of them, but
Well, yeah, it's. I mean, look, the biggest thing for us is no black faces, no black anything.
Yeah, like,
that Twitter.
what was the hashtag?
I forgot the hashtag already, but
Yeah.
it's super popular.
It's like Oscar
No.
white something. No,
all white Oscars. What's the hashtag? I forget it already.
I'm gonna look it up while
Anyway.
you're doing that. But you can fill everybody in if people
It's
don't know
still,
what's going on.
yeah, it's still huge, but I can't believe I forgot the hashtag.
I'm looking it up literally right now.
Anyway, so
Marissa's looking it up too, I think.
okay. Where was I? I'm sorry. Anyway, Oscar noms are out, and
Oscar's so white.
Oscar's
you.
so white.
Oscar's so
Thank
white.
you.
There you go.
I'm super excited about this about these Oscars, and I've got Oscar fever. I really first of all,
Good for you.
in terms of just let me address all the black folks. First of all, I mean I don't necessarily agree with all the. There's been already like probably at least 15 or 20 or 30 think pieces about like I mean think pieces. There's been a bunch of blasts about it, but about like the lack of color in there, including people like Oscar Isaacs and Benicio del Toro, Fiscario. But like, most of those, I don't know that there are a lot of Oscar-worthy performances. I will say this. I mean, the only one I will give Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, I feel like for
something,
Creed,
but
yeah.
but not. I don't know that I saw all those movies. I don't know that I would put him ahead of any of the people that were nominated.
No.
But I do take issue. The two categories I do take issue with though are Best Picture. So Best Picture nominees are The Big Short, Bridge of Spies, Brooklyn, Mad Max Fury Road, The Martian, The Revenant, Room, and Spotlight. I've seen all of these, and they're all worthy, except for, in my opinion, Bridge of Spies. I got a big bone to pick about Bridge of Spies. I love Hanks. I love Spielberg. I love Hanks. I love Spielberg. It was
Marissa agrees with you.
The movie was fine. It was lovely.
But
it
the
was
fact that it's going for Best Picture is not.
It feels like it's Spielberg and Hanks. They show up, and it's like, Best Picture must be good. It was, but I feel like for me, Straight Outta Compton or Creed.
Yeah, I think one of those should have been in there. I agree with you.
I mean, that's where I agree. I mean, I think Straight Outta Compton for sure. I think Straight Outta Compton should have been in the Best Picture noms at least. I mean,
technically it got a nom, but it was for screenplay or something.
Best original screenplay, which I think it'll win.
Yeah, but it was a white person that that was a bunch of white people who wrote or helped with that screenplay or something like that.
But I think it'll win. But Best Picture, I think that's when it bothers me. I think all the rest are wonderful movies and deserve to be there. Mm-hmm. Best Actor, I can't. Cranston, Damon, DiCaprio, Fassbender, Redmayne.
Saying it now.
Got no problem with any of those people. The only snub is Will Smith. Yeah. I didn't see the movie. I don't know.
I mean, a lot of people told me that Concussion was good, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, and I'm sure the performance is great, but I don't know that he's out Leo and Leo.
I don't know that he's out. I feel like they have a good list of people.
I'm still getting Best Actor, and then I think that I would go. I don't think although it was a great performance, I don't think Michael B. Jordan makes that cut.
No.
Best Actress: Kate Blanchett, Brie Larson, Jennifer Lawrence, Charlotte Rampling, and I can't remember her name. Saoirse Ronan.
I agree with
all great. I haven't seen 45 Years, but apparently this Charlotte Rampling is an old broad who's really doing a great job.
Mm-hmm. I agree with Marissa. Brie Larson for the win.
Brie Larson. This is a stone cold lock for Brie Larson.
Yeah, I think so too. I was surprised that Jennifer Lawrence made it on there. I didn't really like Joy that much.
That felt. I haven't seen Joy, but that felt like
I saw it, and I was like,
I don't know that. Best Supporting Actor is a knife fight for me because you got Christian Bale, Tom Hardy, Mark Ruffalo, Rylance, which was a fantastic performance in Bridge of Spies, by the way. I'll give him that.
Right.
And Sylvester's the best part of the movie. Sylvester Stallone. That's a tough category. Mm-hmm. That's a tough one because Christian Bale was amazing in Bridge of Short. In any other year, in Bridge of Short, The Big Short. Any other year he may win, but Tom Hardy in The Revenant was unstoppable, and Mark Ruffalo in Spotlight, he's for the win for me.
All right.
And I'm rooting for Sly. I hear you, Marissa. I'm rooting for Sly.
Yay.
I hope Sly wins, but Ruffalo. Ruffalo in Spotlight was just dope, and Hardy in Revenant. I don't know what to do. That's too much. What do you think of these so far? Do you have any thoughts?
I'm a little behind in my movie watching.
This isn't technology.
Right now. I know. I'm a little behind.
She's a hardworking lady. She's busy.
I am a hardworking lady. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I do have a few of them under my belt. I hear Brie Larson is just fantastic. The book was amazing.
She was fantastic.
Oh my God,
I'm. Yeah. You were Marissa. You were in early on that one. You were in early on Room. You're one of the first people who told me to see it. Actually,
because I've been pegging it since October, and no one has seen it yet.
Yeah,
and now people are now realizing just how amazing the film was and how she was in it. It's just a great film, and everyone needs to watch it.
Right.
And I'm really sad it didn't go nationwide because it was a very, very limited release.
Yeah, it was really limited.
I do want to mention the last thing I want to mention is best directing because this is where I think there are some issues here. Adam McKay, Big Short, George Miller, Mad Max Fury Road, Alexander Inarritu for The Revenant. Lenny Abramson for Room, and Tom McCarthy for Spotlight. Tough category. The only one I have issue with is Adam McKay, Big Short. I don't like. I hate to say it. This is maybe unpopular. I don't like any of Adam McKay's movies except for The Big Short. I'm not a big Anchorman guy. Not a big Anchorman 2 guy. Not a big Talladega Nights guy. Not a big Step Brothers guy. Like
the one Will Ferrell movie that he didn't do. You actually liked. Good for you.
Which one?
No. Weren't we just talking about he directed or no he was in?
Will Ferrell. Yeah. So, but I like him as a guy, and I love The Big Short. I think The Big Short is amazing. So, I don't know. I'm in for that. But my point is, I feel like in there could have been Ryan Coogler or F. Gary Gray. I feel like F. Gary Gray did a great job Straight Outta Compton, and I feel like he should be recognized somehow.
At least somehow. Just one of the actors, because I think they all did really good.
That's one spot you could put him in. I bet Coogler did an amazing job with Creed. This is just a well-crafted movie.
I know a lot of people
loved it.
Not only technically, but just like the love story. It just was a really good hand on that movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead.
No, I agree with Marissa up there, but I was also gonna say I really wanted one of the actors from Straight Outta Compton to at least get nominated for something. I know
They
a lot
were
of
all
people.
so good.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are saying that.
Have you seen Straight Outta Compton?
No.
Idris Elba should be
Idris,
nominated,
that
or
was
Idris
another
Elba,
one.
excuse me, should have been nominated for something for
Snubs,
Beast
yeah.
of No Nation.
Yeah, people were like in the thing. People really wanted Idris. I forgot to mention. People wanted Idris. People wanted Will Smith. And people wanted Michael B. Jordan. We addressed Michael B. Jordan. We addressed Will Smith. Idris is there, but Idris is look. He's not gonna get nominated for a menacing child kidnapping, murdering African.
That's exactly what I was telling people.
Like, this guy's a bad guy. Like, I'm a child, an African child enslaving guy. Like, that's no one's gonna go to Oscars for that. Although he's Idris Elba and he's hot and everyone loves him.
But you gotta remember, Idris Elba, Beast of No Nation was on Netflix compared
That's
to
what I'm
everyone
saying.
else who was nominated was theatrical.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
a theatrical release. Thank you, Marissa.
But it did get a dual theatrical release, Marissa. It did get a theatrical release. No one saw it at the theater.
Limited.
But
I was gonna say
they got limited so they can get Carrie Fukunaga should have gotten maybe a nod for that. Beast of the Nation was a hard, tough watch, but it's a fucking excellent movie.
it's a really good movie. Yeah, I agree.
And then like Aaron Sorkin. I love it.
Marissa, get ready.
I love Aaron Sorkin. I'm kind of an apologist in Aaron Sorkin, so I feel like I can say this. He is such a gas bag. I'm just. Oh my God. I think people are sick.
Bag. Wow.
Please define.
He's just.
Damn.
Even the Golden Globes, he's just so into Aaron Sorkin. He's so like, the thing about me is me. The thing about the way I write is no one, like, he's worse than Tarantino with that. Like, Tarantino's very much like, what I do is I do amazing things that are just amazing for me and whatever.
Wow,
but Sorkin's
I
like,
loved your Tarantino impression. It started strong and fizzled out.
It got fizzled out.
You got nervous.
I felt the eyes on me.
got a little
I felt the
nervous.
eyes on me. I had to.
You just got to commit.
I can't. I don't want to do it. So, but yeah, Sorkin. I mean, I don't know. And then we talked about. I think we talked about this before. Marissa, like Sorkin gets a little Sorkin-y, and I love Steve Jobs, but I can see the seams. I mean, it was really amazingly well constructed, well written. Very much Sorkin flexing his writing muscles. Saying like, how can I make this giant 800-page book into like three product launches, and he did it, and he's amazing job at like figuring that out. But it's like he's so showy, and his dialogue is so. If you've seen one, especially coming up to the Newsroom, coming after 2 seasons of the Newsroom, you can
3
spot.
seasons of the Newsroom.
Really? Is there a third?
There's a third. There's a third
no.
season.
3 seasons.
I didn't make it.
Every episode.
Coming up for me 2 seasons of the
Cut off his
Newsroom.
mic. No, I'm just kidding.
You go into Jobs and Steve Jobs, and you're like, you just hear the rhythms more than ever. I just hear them. Second Tarantino, you can hear Tarantino's dialogue. You can really hear Aaron Sorkin's.
Okay.
And that's all.
Guys, we know that Joe just doesn't like Aaron Sorkin.
I like him. I'm an Aaron Sorkin. I'm a good man. I love everything. I love him. I don't know. What can I do? All right.
You gotta
that's
wrap
all
it
I
up,
got.
my friend.
We're done. No more Batman versus Superman.
I don't want to talk about this.
All right.
I'm so upset about this whole freaking thing. If you don't look it up, it's pretty much Batman versus Superman has like 4 acts in this movie, and I think it's ridiculous. And they're adding another thing, like another plot to this movie, and it's already has too many characters in it, and I can't.
Is it getting a little muddy?
Yeah, it's already started muddy. It's just getting worse. You're literally just pushing this movie more deeper into the mud. It's like
the movie's
I can't
already.
do anymore.
They got a lot to get done in this movie. The movie they got to introduce. They got Batman and Superman got to fight.
They have Batman, Superman. They have Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Lex Luthor, Doomsday, and Aquaman, and supposedly Bizarro, or is that like actual confirmed?
I don't know, but my point is,
that's
you've got
7 characters into a 2-hour movie.
You've got to introduce Batman and Superman. They've got to fight, and they've allegedly got to make a.
They got Wonder Woman to
figure out
introduce.
how to get Wonder Woman in there. They got to introduce Lex Luthor to everyone,
And they got to put Aquaman in
then
there.
Aquaman's got to swim up somehow and say, "What's up, guys?" I don't know, and then
then you have
Doomsday's the real villain.
Yeah, and you have Lex Luthor, Doomsday, and Bizarro as your villains. It's too much.
Too much.
You know who would flip a table and defend this to the end?
Achilles.
No, it's her husband.
Oh,
he'd be like,
okay.
That's because in the New 52 comics,
Look,
rucka.
Again, I'm a person.
I'm Eric Carley.
I mean,
that was a good impression.
I love the comics. Batman Superman is a really good series. It's really awesome. I'm still gonna watch it. It's gonna take my money.
All right.
One how, some way. I can't do it
It's
anymore.
gonna take my money too. I'm not a big.
You know what movie everyone should go see? Deadpool. Valentine's Day. That's my gift to myself.
Nice.
It's gonna be great.
I'm excited about Deadpool.
We didn't mention the cool Valentine's Day trailer that they did.
If you have not seen this trailer, people out there in this world, you need to go watch it. They took the Deadpool trailer and they made it into a romantic comedy.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's so great. It looks like The Notebook, but
oh my God, really? Yeah. I've loved every trailer that they've released so far.
This one's the best one so far.
Amazing.
Right.
I can't wait.
It's so great. You would never know it's a Deadpool movie until you. And they even made like a poster. You have to look it up. It's great.
Oh, I will.
Oh my God, it's amazing. But
right.
I'm done. I'm done ranting.
All right,
Rant
that's
over.
all.
I'm off my soapbox. We're done.
Great.
I liked it.
Thank you. Aww. We need to have her in here more often.
Yeah.
I feel more loved from the couch.
I think that's it, Marissa. We're done. Where can the kids find you?
You can find me all over social media where all Alexis Torreses are sold at atorres890. Don't forget to check out all our other channels here, AfterBuzz TV, where these two talk about some really awesome shows, especially Blacklist.
Yes.
I'm also on a bunch of shows there as well. Don't forget, if you love movies, Popcorn Talk is where you need to be.
Popcorn Talk.
Books, Book Circle Online, all that great stuff. Go to blackhollywoodlive.com or youtube.com/blackhollywoodlive and follow all the great shows that we have here.
I'm Joe Braswell. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Joe K. Braswell. Snapchat at JK Braz with a Z.
With a Z.
JK Braz with a Z. And I actually mentioned on our sister network, AfterBuzz, or the Blacklist with this young lady here, Julia. Where can they find you?
Thanks. You guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter. See, I'm kind of with it.
Yeah.
Also, you
Instagram
guys
and Twitter with my name, Julia Carley, JuliaCearley, and then with this guy over in the AfterBuzz studios.
It's awesome. Also, you guys should go follow Marissa because she has some pretty great insight on movies. Anatomy of a movie. Go do it.
Bye, Marissa.
Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipia, Instagram at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.